students, family members, friends, faculty, and distinguished guests. Welcome to Northeastern State University Spring 2015 Commencement for the College of Business and Technology and the College of Liberal Arts. I'm Mark Aran. I serve as Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Please remain standing for the National Anthem, sung by Hanson Johnson, tenor, accomplished by NSU Brass Quintet consisting of Christian Lopez, trumpet, Dylan Peters, trumpet, Joshua Shoemaker, horn, Zachary Gunkel, trombone, and Jeffrey Daniel, tuba. Miss Jamie Combs will serve as our interpreter for the ceremony.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. It is now my honor to introduce Northeastern State University's 19th President, Dr. Steve Turner, who will extend his greetings.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first of 4 commencement exercises of Northeastern State University. Tonight, we recognize those degree candidates for the College of Business and Technology and the College of Liberal Arts. We're so glad that you're here. I also want to compliment the crowd. All the colors of spring are here, and you look great. Thank you so very much for being with us tonight. I would like to recognize a couple of groups that are in the audience. This is Mother's Day weekend. If you are a mom, would you stand at this time so we could recognize you as a group? And let me say Happy Mother's Day to you, all the moms. Northeastern State University has a proud history of honoring veterans. We have a number of students now who have served. Certainly there are those of you in this audience that have served, and we're committed to a new platform that's called the 8 Keys to Veteran Success. So with that, if you have served or are serving in any of the armed forces, would you stand and be recognized as a group? All of our veterans. Thank you very much for your service. A couple of guests that I would like to introduce are to my left. My wife Penny is here. Penny, good to have you. Thank you for being here. And also, the wife of our speaker, Julie Thomas, is here. Would you stand and we'll introduce her husband a little bit later. Julie, thank you for being here. When you have a facility of this size, and let me say, I'm glad we're inside tonight, right? It's mostly climate controlled. It'll cool down in a little bit. I know some of you are fanning, but we're all in. There are a lot of folks that are in front of the scenes and behind the scenes that have worked tirelessly to get this facility ready to have a venue that we could celebrate tonight. If you're part of that group, and I know, again, some of you behind the scenes, would you raise your hands and let's say thank you to everyone that helped get us here tonight for this program. Thank you all. At the heart of the institution is always the mission of teaching. The last recognition I'd like to get is for me to personally thank the faculty for your role in getting these students to this point and putting them on the path that they will follow from this point forward. So faculty, thank you very much for what you've done.
Thank you, Dr. Turner. I would now like to introduce some members of the platform party who have logistical roles in the ceremony. Others will be introduced later. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Dr. Pam Fly, Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs. Mr. David Kane, Vice President for Business and Finance. Mr. Ben Hardcastle, Executive Director, University Relations. Dr. Cheryl Vandenhandel, President of the Faculty Council. Mr. Mark Bigley is our mace bearer, and our gonfalon bearers are Dr. Mike Landry and Dr. David Scott. Dr. Kathleen Reese and Dr. Kerry Keller will assist in diploma distributions and hooding. Dr. Jackson, Mr. Ken Thompson, Dr. Robin Pursley, and Dr. Mike Chancellor will read the names for the ceremony. Please join me in congratulating them. Faculty members from the College of Business and Technology and the College of Liberal Arts are here this evening to share this moment with you. Our faculty bring Northeastern State University statewide, regional, national, and international recognition. Most importantly, they care about our students and their success. Please join me in expressing our appreciation to the outstanding NSU faculty. Faculty, please stand.
Good evening. My name is Laura Boren, and I serve as the Vice President for Student Affairs. At this time, we wish to recognize outstanding students at Northeastern State University. The first group includes our student marshals, members of the Riverhawk Ambassadors, a service organization representing the university in events throughout the year. Would the Riverhawk Ambassadors please stand? Thank you. Recognizing students who perform to the highest academic standards and serve the community, the Awards Committee of the Northeastern State University Alumni Association has identified 12 outstanding seniors. Honorees from the College of Business and Technology and the College of Liberal Arts are asked to stand as I call your name. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Stephen English, Broken Arrow Communication Studies, Corporate Communication major. Taylor Malone, Tulsa Environmental Health and Safety Management major. And Matthew Arsturk, Park Hill, Accounting and Finance double major. Congratulations to our outstanding seniors. Our next recognition will be seniors involved in the NSU Service and Community Engagement Program. The Riverhawks Initiating Service and Engagement, known as RISE, is a 4-year scholarship program designed to develop leadership skills through community service and civic engagement. RISE scholars maintain high academic standards, fulfill service hours requirements, and organize university-sponsored service events. As I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Elizabeth Jones from Roland, Financial Management major. Taylor Malone from Tulsa, Environmental Health and Safety Management major. Thank you, Elizabeth and Taylor, for your service to NSU and the community. Would Ryan Krager make her way to the right side of the stage? Established in 1974, the President's Leadership Class is a unique leadership and scholarship program designed to cultivate outstanding potential and proven student leaders. During their time at Northeastern, PLC students are immersed in a program focused on development of leadership skills and civic engagement. In this ceremony, we recognize Ryan Krager, a marketing major from Tahlequah. Ryan, please come forward to accept your certificate from President Turner.
NSU is fortunate to have an affiliation with the Gates Millennium Scholar Program, which selects 1,000 students each year to receive a Good Through Graduation scholarship to use at the college or university of their choosing. This scholarship also includes funding for graduate degree programs in particular areas of need. NSU will graduate 5 Gates Scholars this spring, and in this ceremony, we recognize Keithan Kingfisher, a criminal justice major from Salina, Oklahoma. Keithan, please stand and be recognized. Will Martine Chancellor, Rebecca Hagan, Sydney Krennick, Matthew Oztek, Jessica Robinette, and Delaney Jo Williams make your way to the right side of the stage. Established in 2001 and directed by Dr. Karen Carey, the NSU Honors Program features a learning environment where students work with faculty members and peers in courses focused on independent research and participation in co-curricular cultural experiences. The students in the Honors Program must maintain a 3.25 grade point average or above and complete a senior research project. As I call your name, please come forward and receive your honors and medallion from President Turner. Martine Elizabeth Chancellor. Martine is from Tahlequah, majoring in English. Her research study was entitled Native American Language Education Policy in Oklahoma, the Need for Native Language and Culture Education in Public Schools. Dr. Brad Montgomery Anderson served as a research advisor. Rebecca Hagan. Rebecca is an art education major from Coweta, Oklahoma. Rebecca's project was entitled Perspectives in Art Exhibit, Teaching Art and Expecting Differences. Her faculty mentor was Mr. Lance Hunter. Sydney Dawn Krennick. Sydney is from Porter and is an English major. Her research project was entitled The Crafted Fiction in Theory and Practice. Christopher Murphy served as Emily's mentor. Matthew Ozturk. Matthew's honors project was entitled Popular Knowledge of Accounting and Finance, and his mentor was Dr. John Yiter. Jessica Robinette. Jessica is also an accounting major who worked with Dr. Yiter. Jessica's project was entitled Prospects and Framing, Behavior Characteristics of Financial Professionals. Jessica is from Jay, Oklahoma. Delaney Jo Williams. Delaney is from Pecola, Oklahoma, an English education major, and her study was entitled Into the Wardrobe, Imagery from the Chronicles of Narnia. Dr. Joseph Flauds was her mentor. Let's provide one more round of applause for our honors program graduates. The name of the spring 2015 honors graduates and the grade point average qualifications for the undergraduate honors and master's degree honors are in your program. These students will be recognized individually as they receive their diplomas. Please join me in recognizing our graduates whose grade point average qualifies them for cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude, or graduate student honors. Will all the graduates with GPA honors please stand? It is a pleasure to introduce our student speaker for today's commencements, Ms. Tiana Skalusevic, a management major who attends NSU as an international student from Belgrade, Serbia. Tiana is a founding member of the International Riverhawks Club and is president of the Entrepreneurial Club and was selected for her college to speak after participating in a comprehensive review process. Please join me in welcoming Tiana Skalusevic.
Sunday, April 26th. I stared in fear at my laptop as the cursor froze above an unsaved document entitled Commencement Address 2015. A few colorful words came to mind, but as I sat there, staring at the hours of my work that were about to become an obsolete part of my life, and I pondered all the events, obligations, assignments, and tasks I had yet to finish, something dawned on me. The trees outside were finally green and in full bloom, and the sun was shining. When did that happen? I was sitting in a beautiful apartment. In fact, it was exactly the kind of apartment I had always imagined living in, but never fully stopped to appreciate it. I lived with and was surrounded by exactly the type of people I had always looked up to. I looked over to the coffee table on my right, where a pack of half-eaten Reese's peanut butter cups stood. I have always wanted to live in a country with readily available Reese's peanut butter cups. And then it fully hit me. We are some of the few fortunate people in this world that have the luxury to stress over assignments and speeches. Coming from a country that is of political and economic turmoil that has seen over 25 years of war, as a young girl, I never imagined that some 20 years in the future, I would be presenting the commencement address at my graduation from an American university, surrounded by friends and family. I was really living my own version of the American dream that I had always pictured, but I never really thought was possible. We all are. We all came here today with certain dreams and aspirations. Some of those dreams may have been put on hold in the meantime, or may have been changed entirely, and yet others we may have accomplished without ever fully realizing we even had them. But each and every one of those dreams is just as valuable as the other, because all the good and bad things that have happened to us have brought us here today to celebrate our success. The dream of graduating with a 4.0 may have been replaced with the dream of becoming more involved in the community or becoming more involved with extracurricular activities. The dream of partying on this day with our acquaintances from freshman year may have molded into a dream of celebrating this day with those closest to us over dinner. The dream of pursuing our career may have been put on hold for the dream of graduating from this university today. But in Serbia, we like to remind ourselves of a simple truth at these moments. Kad ljudi prave planove, Bog se smeje. In English, this is translated as, when people make plans, God laughs. The concept that we are not entirely in control of our journey's path is universal, but I'm glad that it is. I'm glad that we don't always have it all figured out. I cherish all the mistakes along the way, because my life is richer today for all the dreams I thought I had lost. Sometimes we don't realize the enormity of our potential to grow in other areas of our lives. And we need a twist of fate to lead us in the right path somehow, even if the only way to do that is by pushing us off the wrong one, or rather the one that we thought was right. Some of us might still be struggling to connect the dots and to see the bigger picture in front of us. But at a certain moment in the future, as all universal truths tend to do, this one too will reveal itself uniquely to each one of us. We all come from different walks of life, and we will always put our unique stamp on everything we pursue. But on this day, one thing is for sure. Regardless of the circumstances surrounding us, we have successfully connected the dots of our plan to graduate today. No one can ever take that away from us. We have passed those exams that we have stayed up all night studying for. We have submitted that paper that took hours to write. And we have spent countless hours consulting with our professors and peers over our classes. We have paid our dues, and we did the best that we could with the cards that we were dealt. So today, on May the 8th, at least for one night, I want us to stop for a minute. I want us all to be thankful for what it has taken for us to be here today. Because not everyone has made it this far, and not everyone will. We are blessed to be a part of this moment. We are blessed to have been given the ability to prove ourselves with our hard work, and we are being given one more opportunity to celebrate our struggles of the past few years with a group of people around us. I want us all to take a moment to look to our peers, our comrades in arms, because this moment is nothing short of spectacular, and it'll be over too soon. I want us to take a moment to acknowledge those in the stands. What a privilege it is to look up in the stands and rejoice in this momentous occasion with the people that have been the foundation that has enabled us to soar, the people that we look up to. Today is the day to voice our thankfulness. My hope for the class of 2015 is that we appreciate the great accomplishment that we are celebrating today and give ourselves the credit that we deserve for all the hours we have labored over our classes in the past few years. I hope that we remember all the friends, family, and faculty that were behind us, helping us grow and find our success. And I hope that we continue to shape our futures and never take our circumstances or success for granted. We're about to enter a new chapter of our lives. We're bound to encounter the unexpected. But if college has taught us anything, is that no matter how the road curves, a time will come again to stand before those closest to us and celebrate that we have once again connected the dots successfully. Thank you.
Thank you, Tiana. I believe your family came in this morning at 2 a.m. from Serbia. Where are they? And let's recognize them. Welcome. We're so glad that you're here. Thank you. It is a pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Mr. Will Thomas, one of NSU's 2014 Distinguished Alumni. Mr. Thomas is a 1997 NSU graduate and a critically acclaimed author of 6 novels, soon to be 7, including the Limestone text, Some Danger Involved, and Fatal Inquiry. His work has been frequently nominated for literary awards, including the Berry Award for Crime Novels and the Shamus Award for Best Detective Fiction. Mr. Thomas has won the Oklahoma Book Award for Fiction twice, in 2004 for Some Danger Involved, and just 2 weeks ago for Fatal Inquiry. Currently, Mr. Thomas works as a librarian and is a member of the Broken Arrow Arts and Humanities Council. When named an outstanding alumnus, he stated, "I was a late bloomer and I did not graduate until I was 40. I was one of the thousands of returning students that worked all day and studied at night, that juggled raising kids with finishing courses. It wasn't easy, but it taught me things that have been valuable in my life, such as the importance of hard work and setting goals." Please join me in welcoming Mr. Will Thomas, our commencement speaker.
Thank you very much. I'm very pleased to be here tonight. I'd like to thank Dr. Turner and the board at NSU, as well as the many wonderful professors who influenced me during my time as a student. Welcome to you, graduates, and to your families who are with you tonight. This is a great honor for me to be here addressing you this evening. Let me tell you a story. That's what I do. But this one happens to be about me. To be honest, I never thought I'd be speaking to a group of graduating seniors. In fact, I once thought I might not have the opportunity to graduate myself. Today, I am a novelist, but when I was your age, I had no idea how life would turn out. I went to college for the first time at 18 and dropped out 2 years later, a theater major, without any idea of what to do next. I went to college and I got married immediately after college, which is, I suppose what you do when you don't have any other plans. And I had a family, and I worked at various jobs, everything from pizza delivery boy to shoe salesman. And I was a person with dreams, but without the means or the ability to make them come true. My wife, whom I met at 19 and married a year later, shared those dreams. When we met, I was a huge fan of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, who wrote the Sherlock Holmes novels. And my wife was a fan of Agatha Christie, so it worked out great. We dreamed of traveling to England and becoming writers. It was the very first thing we talked about when we met. But those are difficult dreams for college dropouts. So we focused our energy on raising our 2 wonderful daughters and building a stable family. By the time we'd reached our 30s, we were finally stable, but no closer to finding those dreams. And suddenly it became very important to do what I wanted to do. Becoming a writer is one of the most difficult and esoteric jobs I can think of. But I wanted to do it all the same. I'm not really sure we can pick our dreams. Sometimes it seems like our dreams pick us. And my parents tried to talk some sense into me, sensing the disaster that might be coming ahead, but I wouldn't be dissuaded. I had to decide how I was going to get there and if I was ever going to find a way to make my dreams come true. Now, my message for you tonight is, don't forget your dreams. Now, that may sound silly. I mean, they're your dreams. You're not going to forget them. But you've just graduated, and you're going out into this job market. In most cases, it won't be easy. You'll have to earn your job, hunt for it, work for it, interview for it. And chances are, like me, you'll take a different job or different jobs while waiting for something to open up in your field. And it's very easy to plug yourself into this new life, to get married, have kids, get a mortgage, pay taxes. One day you may find yourself living a totally different life than the one you dreamed of when you were in college. So what do you do then? Do you continue taking the paycheck at the cost of the dreams? Or do you throw on the brakes, reverse back to the turnoff, and take the road you originally intended? Conan Doyle once said, "It has long been an axiom of mine that the little things are infinitely the most important." Dreams are little, but they are so important. If you don't believe that, try living without them. Or try living with one that's been crushed and bruised. Dreams give us a reason to keep going on. Don't deny yourself what you've always wanted to be. For a time, you may need to do something else to pay the bills, but keep your eye on that goal. Conan Doyle also said, "A man's brain is like an empty attic, and you have to stock it with such furniture as you choose." You are responsible for what you put in it. Actively pursue your dreams. Meet other people in your dream fields. Learn what it takes to be a professional. Study. If you don't know how to do anything by now, it is study. In order to reach my goals, my wife and I made a battle plan. First, we made a conscious decision to follow our passion. For us, the very step to achieving our goals to become writers was to complete our college education. This was a difficult step for us to return to college in our 30s. The logistics alone were a nightmare. We would be non-traditional students in every sense of the word. We had a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old in tow who were counting on us not to disrupt their lives. We were completely without any kind of a support system. My wife went to college during the day, and I worked days and went to college at night. On some semesters, we switched. Everything was a collaborative effort. We proofed each other's papers. We went through boxes of flashcards, prepping each other for tests over the dinner table. When we weren't studying, we were helping our children do their homework or taking them out for quality time. It was challenging, but somehow our family flourished during this time. We made our children a priority, and we thrived intellectually while taking classes, getting to talk to real grown-ups. It made our family the rock-solid group we are today and advanced us all toward our dreams. We learned to trust our instincts. It would be an understatement to say that we were discouraged by family and friends to go back to college with a young family, especially by being students at the same time. However, it was important to both of us, and the decision was ultimately ours. We enrolled at NSU as equal partners. By prioritizing our time and listening to each other, we were able to craft a plan that was appropriate and successful for both of us. My wife and I became the first college graduates in each of our families. As adults, we threw ourselves into each and every class, every elective, enjoying the mental stimulation. As older students, we were glad to have the opportunity to learn and to grow as individuals, and in turn, that strengthened us as a couple. Now, after we graduated from NSU, I didn't immediately start writing. I got a job as a librarian with my degree in English and got to work full-time in this marvelous world of books. When I began writing, I had positioned myself to be near the tools I was going to need. I immersed myself in a world of literature and language. I checked out books from the library on writings. I ordered interlibrary loan books from other institutions. I went to hear authors speak when they visited our town, and I took every opportunity to read and sometimes even meet my favorite writers. I graduated at 40. I know, 40. 1 foot in the grave, right? Well, not so far. I've written 7 novels since then and won numerous awards, and I've been published in a dozen languages, and I'm here tonight giving a commencement address. That's not bad for a late bloomer. Our family motto is, slow and steady wins the race. There's no expiration date on dreams. Now, I'm not really here to talk about my life, it's just an example. Let's talk about you. You might be afraid of the future right now. You need to have a little zen and a lot of confidence. You are Riverhawks. Good things are coming, or at least interesting things. You've received an excellent education here. I expect great things from you, but not right away. No one expects you to win the Nobel Peace Prize by 23. Breathe, relax. Take your time to find the path that is right for you. Plan, and above all, cultivate your dream. Enjoy this time. Life isn't always about getting from point A to point B. Sometimes it's about putting the top down and letting the wind rustle through your hair. It's about enjoying the journey of your life. You are graduating tonight, and you're already a different person than you were 4 years ago. You're someone who has applied yourself to your field of study with passion and heart. Your whole life is ahead of you. I hope you find someone to share it with. You'll have ups and downs, successes and failures. We have so much to learn from every part of our life, even our failures. Perhaps I should say especially our failures. They shape and mold us, and they teach us to dream new dreams. When we learn to identify our passion, trust our instincts, and make conscious plans to better our lives with the aid of a hard-won education, we can never go wrong. So graduates, I wish you the best tonight, and in the future, may you reach for and realize your dreams. Thank you.
At the December 2014 commencement, we started a new tradition of presenting a special gift to our commencement speakers. The best way for you to see it is to look on the gonfalons, and you can see that the institutional seal is there. We have an heirloom quality piece that we'd like to present to Will at this time. Will, thank you for being here. We enjoyed what you had to say. Thank you.
It is time to present the candidates for the baccalaureate and master's degrees. Each candidate will be recognized on stage and receive a diploma cover. Master's degree candidates will also receive a hood symbolizing their professional field. After all the candidates are recognized on stage, President Turner will confer degrees. The dean of each college will present the candidates and will be assisted in diploma distribution by the associate or assistant dean.
Good evening. I'm Roger Collier, and I serve as Dean of the College of Business and Technology. President Turner, I'm pleased to present to you these candidates from the College of Business and Technology, upon whom the baccalaureate degree will be conferred. Faculty, if you concur with this recommendation, please rise. Business and Technology baccalaureate candidates, please come forward. Faculty, please be seated.
Ronald Ray Summerlin, summa cum laude.
Brittany Janae Jackson, magna cum laude.
Jake Ryan Dwyer.
Marissa Hamilton.
Dulaney Tusia.
Julia McWealthy.
Andrew Ray.
Deanne Michelle Hollinger, magna cum laude.
Nicole Christine Baldwin, magna cum laude.
Trenton Jerry Llewellyn.
Kyrie Lynn Smith.
Courtney Jean Wiley.
Jordan Lane Landsaw.
Christopher Wayne Gay.
Tyler James Wilkins, cum laude.
Thomas Allen Fessler.
Cody W. Robinson.
John Leslie Gaynor.
Austin Lee Forbes.
Jared Roy.
Ryan Allen.
Kevin Sevilla.
Elizabeth Grace Jones, cum laude.
Seth Dylan Arney, cum laude.
Taylor Dawn Malone, magna cum laude.
Logan Gary Andrews.
Taylor Page Graham.
Dylan Spencer Beers, cum laude.
Tiana Skalushevich.
William Matthew Frederick.
Amber LaDawn Johnson.
Jacob Landon Fargo.
Lauren Winnell Teeter.
Jesus Sandoval.
Tracy L. Gillespie.
Taylor Davidson.
Gary Austin Bull.
Kenneth Lamore.
Donald Lee Dixon.
Katie Ann Lawson.
Keely Duncan.
Hillary Lynn Hart.
Megan Ashley Lawrence.
Jessica Lauren Dill.
Kelsey Rucker.
Corey Brandon Crace, cum laude.
Matthew Rucker.
Mark B. Bowen.
Christopher Ross Gray.
Christopher James Ediger.
Zachary Van.
Garrett R. Miller.
Hillary Nicole Boyd, summa cum laude.
John Scott Jones.
Belinda K. Hunt, summa cum laude.
Dane Von Wolf.
Jamie Danae Walters.
Michael Wayne Burma.
Brooke Ann Seawright.
Megan Elizabeth Brady.
Brad Hager, cum laude.
Paige Elise Brown.
Ashley Lynn Eccles.
Bryce Austin Holland.
Loveland Kabakaba Gade, summa cum laude.
Chelsea Danielle Parrott.
Dakota K. Evans, cum laude.
Thomas James Lee Jones.
Jessica Brianne Robinette, summa cum laude.
Gage Delosier.
Bradley Shelley.
Jonathan Dow Kidd.
Janice Marie Paxton.
Kelly Lynn Goodwin.
Khalid Alhosen, magna cum laude.
Kinsey Lee Dortch.
Xiaowen Shong, magna cum laude.
Rachel Lynn Jackson.
Matthew Richard Ozturk, summa cum laude.
Michelle Lynn Schwegler.
Austin Levi Garrett, cum laude.
Robert Dollarhide, summa cum laude.
Russell Dale Kennedy, magna cum laude.
Tiffany Lee Tennant, magna cum laude.
Casey Ray Mathis.
Ross David Dvorak, summa cum laude.
Duffy Yang.
Chandler Gerard Barr.
Tommy Vang.
Ryan Catherine Krager.
Jesse Koo Hurd.
Sanu Ganga Bonjwani.
Bong Zhong.
Ricky Jean Clinton Jr.
Lake M. Lee.
Stephanie J. Arian.
Sia Lore.
Sydney Elaine Keck.
Please help me acknowledge the bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Business and Technology.
Good evening. I'm Phil Bridgman, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts. President Turner, it's my privilege to present these candidates. Faculty from Liberal Arts, if you agree with this recommendation, please rise. Will the candidates from Liberal Arts please come forward? Faculty may be seated.
Haley Ann Miller, summa cum laude.
Katie Goad.
Brittany Fisher, summa cum laude.
Stephanie Maria Dorsch, cum laude.
Tessa Jill Coley.
Latasha Bernice Atsidy.
Katie Yukiko Hosokawa.
Nika Nabaskaka Drake James.
Roger Michael Hoverson.
Cal Parmain II, cum laude.
Lauren E. Cisco.
Cameron Joe Parmain, magna cum laude.
Kelsey Rhiannon Humphrey, cum laude.
Catherine L. Kane.
Alexandria Noel Stoll.
Case Salee Rodwell.
Johnny Angeli Ketcher, cum laude.
Brandy Renee Smith.
Sarah Beth Morris.
Trent Douglas Winters.
Joshua Scott Bell.
Robert Joseph Crawford.
William Scott Washi, cum laude.
Aaron Jordan Ballard.
Gregory Stephen Holberg.
D'Angelo William Reyes.
Garrett Prentice.
Nicholas Julian Ziegler.
Jaron Daniel Scott.
Ashley M. O'Brien.
Stacy Eileen Carey.
Amir Gilliam.
Jacqueline A. Tony, cum laude.
Adam Matthew Coleman.
Anna Elizabeth Hughes.
Jack Darren Gray II.
Julia Upkey.
Haley Elizabeth Cadle, summa cum laude.
Michael Kit Landrum.
Charles Eddie Kirk, Jr.
Stacy Ann Deere.
Gina K. Kirk.
Kelsey Jeanette Pipes, cum laude.
Brenna Nicole McLemore.
Kirsten Ann Stoltzner, summa cum laude.
Lisa Marie O'Field.
Lindsay D. Hurst.
Zachary Kingfisher.
Sandra Ann Hutchins.
Tanya Lee Eigert.
Iris N. Cortez.
Krista Rochelle McCurtain.
Anna Lee Jean.
Hay Alexander Persifield.
Shelley Gower, summa cum laude.
Victoria Gabrielle Giles.
Megan Brave.
Tiffany C. Lowe, cum laude.
Armanda Sue Coulter, summa cum laude.
Sunday Ellis.
Caitlin Elizabeth Cobble, cum laude.
Joshua Charles Wofford, magna cum laude.
Cecily Ashby.
Rebecca Hagan, summa cum laude.
Taylor Janelle Maxwell.
Sydney Dawn Krennick, summa cum laude.
Olivia Dawn Coram.
Delaney Joe Williams, magna cum laude.
Susan Michelle Alexander.
Meryl Margaret Wasson, cum laude.
Jeremy D. Hayes.
Martine Elizabeth Chancellor, summa cum laude.
Paula Hunley.
Robert Shane Ferris.
Carla G. Potter.
Megan Ann York.
Elizabeth Ashley Johnson.
Jordan Lindsay Jones.
Dallas Chanel Schreiber.
Jackie B. Bottoms II.
Daisy M. Allen.
Richard R. Carr.
Helen Elizabeth Brown.
Stephanie Renee Castor, magna cum laude.
Carly Marissa Massey.
Luke Austin Brown.
Holly Elizabeth Beers.
Seth Wade Short.
Joshua Goff, magna cum laude.
Miranda N. Blakely.
Rachel Elizabeth Clinton, magna cum laude.
Emma Danielle Doolin.
Pamela S. Jacobs, cum laude.
Marcus Kimar Cotton.
Aaron Ray Borland.
Stephanie Lynn Hammer.
Clint M. Jackson.
Dylan K. Swaim, magna cum laude.
Ryan Michael Staggs.
Daryl James Jones, summa cum laude.
Preston Robert Cash.
Seth Robert Brownell.
Zachary Robert Tucker.
Roseanne Boney.
Joshua Taylor Woodson.
Heath Scott Brunel.
Garrett Ray Smethers.
Kelsey Brooke Riley.
Alec B. Crane.
Stephen Tyler English, cum laude.
Charlie M. Baker.
Kyle Dwayne Goodwin, Jr. Eugene Glenn Taylor Blankenship. Alicia Clark. Kathy Evans Griffin, magna cum laude. Robert M. Lang, Jr.
Please join me in acknowledging these baccalaureate candidates from the College of Liberal Arts.
Good evening. I'm Tom Jackson, Assistant Vice President of Academic Affairs and Dean of Graduate Studies and Research. President Turner, I am pleased to present these candidates from the College of Graduate Studies upon whom master's degrees will be conferred. All faculty, if you concur with this recommendation, please rise. Candidates from the College of Business and Technology will proceed to the right side of the platform, where they will be hooded by their Dean, Dr. Roger Collier, and Associate Dean, Dr. Kathleen Reese. College of Liberal Arts candidates will proceed to the left side of the platform, where they will be hooded by their Dean, Dr. Bridgman, and their faculty mentor or Assistant Dean, Dr. Carrie Keller. Master's degree candidates in the College of Business and Technology and the College of Liberal Arts, please come forward. Faculty, you may be seated.
Manjunath Krishna Gorua. Okay.
Stephanie Christine Girdner.
Olan Rawaju Victor Fadara, Master's Honors.
Shayna Scoggins.
Sha'abo Shen, Master's Honors.
David Lee Lewis, Jr.
Varsha Ravikumar.
James Bell.
Scott Williamson.
Richard Addison Williams, Master's Honors.
Scott Allen Lassen.
Jamie Lee Shanks, Master's Honors.
Jacob Allen Bartell.
Brenda K. Bradford.
John Wayne Brooks.
Yes, ma'am. You're fine. It's kind of a weird one.
Jacqueline Amanda Alwarden.
Joanna M. Knight.
Joshua Adam Maxwell.
Justin Kyle Thayer.
Jason Mark Nichols.
Rebel Colvin.
Tawana Trenace Gant.
Stephen David Van. Samuel Kenneth Elliott. Christopher Hugh Pearson. Zachary John Hess. Greg Jeffia, Master's Honors.
Please help me acknowledge the master's degree candidates from the College of Business Technology and the College of Liberal Arts.
It is now my pleasure to call upon Captain Jared Pipkin of the NSU Army ROTC program, who will execute the oath of office to commission one of our 4 graduating students. This evening, we recognize Jonathan Kidd, an environmental health and safety management major from Tahlequah. Jonathan, would you please come forward?
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Jonathan Kidd,
Being appointed an officer in the Army of the United States
being appointed an officer in the United States
in the grade of second lieutenant,
in the grade of second lieutenant,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
and that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office
that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
of which I'm about to enter.
of which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Students, it is time for the conferring of the degrees. Will all baccalaureate and master's degree candidates please rise? President Turner, pending the results of a final degree audit, I certify that the candidates standing before you have completed all requirements for the baccalaureate and master's degrees respectively. And I recommend that that degree to which they are individually entitled be conferred.
Thank you, Dr. Arant. Consistent with the statutes of the state of Oklahoma, the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education, and the Board of Regents of the Regional University System of Oklahoma, and by the authority vested in me by the state of Oklahoma, it is my pleasure to confer upon each of you the baccalaureate or master's degree as printed in the program with all the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities such a degree carries among scholars. Graduates, there is a tradition in higher education that signifies the passage from being a student candidate for graduation to becoming a graduate. At this time, please move your tassels from the right side to the left side. Please be seated.
Graduates, as you know, Northeastern State University has a long history of service to Oklahoma. Our alumni have accomplished great things in their professional and personal lives. Today, you are joining this distinguished group, and we are your partner as you begin this chapter in your life. Here to explain the benefits of membership in the Alumni Association is Dr. Barbara Abercrombie, President of the NSU Alumni Association.
As the president of the NSU Alumni Association and a proud 1993 graduate of this institution, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you for the first time to the Green and White Network of Northeastern State University. The Green and White Network is how we refer to our community of over 56,000 alumni who have all one very important thing in common. We share a lasting connection with NSU. When you found your way to your seat, you saw the official NSU alumni pin was waiting for you. If you haven't already, take a quick moment and put it on. Wear this pin as a symbol that says you are now an NSU graduate, a proud part of the Green and White Network. The Alumni Association is all about connections, and becoming a member of the Alumni Association is the most meaningful way to maintain your connection to NSU and with each other. We keep you connected through a broad range of networking activities, programs, services, and communications. And to take full advantage of these offerings, I encourage you to consider joining the Alumni Association and to enjoy the rewards and that sense of pride that comes with being a member. These connections can help you find that perfect job, the internship you've been dreaming about, or just some advice on what comes next after graduation. NSU needs you to stay connected. This institution thrives in no small part because of an invested and active alumni community. We see this when our alumni come back and serve as mentors to students, serve on advisory boards for their respective colleges, and when they hire interns and new graduates. We also see this when the alumni community steps up and supports the many needs for scholarships and other privately funded projects. Great things happen when you stay connected with Northeastern and with each other. The relationships you've developed in the time you're here will hopefully be rich and lasting. And after you leave here, whether your path takes you many miles and states away or just around the corner, rest assured you will always have a home here at Northeastern State. Congratulations, and on behalf of the Board of Directors, I welcome you to the Green and White Network.
Thank you, Dr. Abercrombie. As we come to the close of our ceremony, please listen carefully to these directions to facilitate a safe and smooth exit from the arena. In just a moment, we'll ask you to stand and join in the singing of the NSU Alma Mater, sung by Hanson Johnson, tenor, and accompanied by the NSU Brass Quintet. Following the Alma Mater, please remain standing at your seat for the recessional. After the platform party, faculty and graduates have recessed and left the arena floor, the audience will be dismissed to meet their graduates in the lobby area or outside. We ask audience members who are physically able to depart via the upper concourse exits and stairs to allow guests with mobility concerns easy access to the elevator. Now, please stand for the Alma Mater.
Alma mater, forever may you live. Knowledge and freedom with truth you gladly give. Roots from the Cherokees and promises for a future. O Northeastern State, we shall honor you.